Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is March 11th, 2015, and today is Wednesday. So, starting out with the economic calendar, some major news coming out of the ECB president for the euro. Mario Draghi speaking today at 10 a.m. Then later today at 5 o'clock, GBP numbers, gross domestic product estimates coming out. And then New Zealand dollar coming out with a interest rate later this evening at 10 p.m. South African time. So just looking at the Euro USD, we're looking at what happened from yesterday, and we see that it's breached this low of 108, and we're now trading at 106. And yesterday we mentioned you could maybe get into this a little bit lightly and then put a stop loss right beneath it, because this is a falling knife. This is like catching a falling knife. So as you see here, it actually breached it, and our anticipation of it bouncing yesterday was incorrect. I wonder if going into today is going to make any difference with Draghi speaking, and they're just, beating it up before they take it up higher. So that needs to be seen. But as you can see here, it's trading at 106.93, a very, very low number, obviously, and it continuously goes down. So I would keep this on the radar today to see how it's going to react. Looking at the USD Swiss franc, as you can see here, we had this big debacle a few weeks ago, and look at it now. We're right back to where we left off. This is called filling in the gap. Not really the gap because, this was a big sell-off, but it's like filling in the gap. So we're back at the same level we were before the debacle, and as you can see, it's really traded up. Looking at the USD CAD, as you can see, we're back in the top of the range. We had mentioned that you could buy the bottom of the range and then sell the top of the range. That's exactly what happened. Let's see if we can continue this momentum and break this 127, 128.5 to go up higher. But you can really keep this on the radar, maybe even short it at this range, okay? But, you have both options on the table. Just don't forget to use stop losses. Looking at the GBP USD, we're back at its lows at 105.50. Let's see if we can maintain this level here and bounce off of it. This is a big retraction for the USD GBP, so I would also keep it on the radar today, especially with the GDP numbers coming out. Looking at gold, gold again sold off further, trading at 111.63. Okay, really 11.63, not 111.63, and it's choppy trading, to tell you honestly. To have played this trend down was a great trade, and as you can see, we've faltered here further, and now we're making this further low. But looking at all these, those are your options. Looking at the Dow Jones, big sell-off yesterday. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of volatility here, and that's exactly what we see. I still think that we're going to see some crazy moves in the next 2 months, and these very volatile moves. But it looks like it's trending down, at least for the short term. Let's look for any sort of support level. We have a support level at 17,353 really, but between that level and here, there's not much of a real support level. So let's see what happens today in the markets and see how it reacts. Looking at oil, oil's really flatlined at $48 a barrel. At the bottom of the range here, I'm not sure if this is so significant, but it's trading in a tighter range, and that's something you have to consider. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading.